In this video, we're going to explain everything you need to know to travel to France. The most complete video you'll watch today about this destination, covering Paris, the Côte d'Azur, Provence, the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and the best tips. So let's get started. France is a country that needs no introduction. It is the most visited destination in the world. It's the land of the Eiffel Tower, haute cuisine, wine, perfume, fairy tale castles, and art. It's a country that mixes the vibrancy of Paris, the glamour of the French Riviera, and the rustic beauty of the lavender fields of Provence. But before we talk about the destinations, let's get to the most important logistics. When is the best time to visit France? France is a large country with different climates. The best times by far are spring, from April to June, and fall, in September and October. The weather is perfect, not too hot and not too cold. In spring, the gardens of Paris are in bloom. In the fall, the vineyards have beautiful colors. We strongly recommend avoiding the months of July and, especially, August. This is the high season. It gets very hot, Paris is packed with tourists, and the south of France, the Côte d'Azur, becomes unbearably crowded and expensive. Winter, from November to March, is a good time for those who want to focus on museums in Paris, as the lines are shorter. But it's a terrible time to visit the south or the gardens. And how many days to stay in France? France is huge. The number one mistake is trying to see Paris and the south in 5 days. For a first trip, focusing on the classic route of Paris and the south of France, Provence, and Côte d'Azur, the bare minimum we recommend is 12 days. But to do it calmly, the ideal is 15 days. With 15 days, you can stay 6 days in Paris, to include Versailles, and divide the other 9 days between Provence and the Côte d'Azur. Mandatory documentation. To enter France, which is part of the European Schengen area, you need 2 things. First, a valid passport with at least 3 months of validity after your departure date. Many nationalities do not need a visa to stay for up to 90 days as tourists. And second, travel insurance. Travel insurance in Europe is mandatory under the Schengen Treaty, with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros. They can ask for proof of your insurance at immigration. We never travel without it, and in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. And be aware, soon, an electronic travel authorization called ETIAS will also be mandatory for many nationalities, so check on that before you travel. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. The strategy in France is to have base cities. In Paris, the city is divided into arrondissements. The first and most charming option is Le Marais, in the 3rd and 4th arrondissements. The pro is the charm of the old streets. You can walk to the Louvre and Notre Dame. The con is the price and the small hotel rooms. The second option is Saint-Germain-des-Prés, in the 6th arrondissement. The pro is the central location, the classic Parisian charm, the famous cafes like Café de Flore, and proximity to the Luxembourg Gardens. The con is that it's one of the most expensive areas. The third option is Montmartre, in the 18th arrondissement. The pro is the village atmosphere and the romance of the Sacré-Cœur. The con is that it's far from the main attractions like the Eiffel Tower. You'll depend a lot on the metro, a 30-minute ride. On the Côte d'Azur, the best base city is Nice. The pro is that Nice is a large city, has the international airport, and a central train station that takes you to Monaco and Cannes in 30 minutes. The con is that the main beach is a pebble beach. In Provence, the best base to explore the lavender fields and villages is Avignon. The pro is the logistics. It's a beautiful walled city with a TGV train station, and it's a 1-hour drive from all the main villages. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region in each of these base cities. If you stay in this marked area, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code, on the screen, and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The good hotels in Paris and the south of France sell out many months in advance. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price. And if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips, and that have everything much cheaper. International travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator which is essential for Provence, and the global account to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around France. To get there, you'll fly into Charles de Gaulle, CDG Airport in Paris, or Nice, NCE Airport in the south. To get between regions, the best way by far is the high-speed train, the TGV. The journey from Paris to Avignon, in Provence, takes less than 3 hours. From Avignon to Nice, it takes 3 hours. The golden tip is, buy your train tickets in advance, 2 or 3 months, to get good prices, starting at €30. To get around inside Paris, the best way is the metro. It's efficient, cheap, and covers the entire city. A single ticket costs about €2.15. The tip is to buy the Navigo Découverte, a weekly pass that costs about €30 and gives you unlimited rides. To get around inside the Côte d'Azur, the best way is the regional train, TER. The coastal line connects Nice, Monaco, Cannes, and Antibes. It's cheap. A ride from Nice to Monaco costs €4. To get around inside Provence, a car is essential. It's impossible to visit the lavender fields of Valensole and the hilltop villages like Gordes without a car. The tip is to take the TGV to Avignon and rent the car there for 3 or 4 days. For those renting, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. It's always much cheaper. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Now for the main regions and attractions. First region, Paris, the City of Light. The #1 attraction is the Eiffel Tower. The logistic is crucial. You must buy your ticket online weeks or even months in advance. The ticket to the top by elevator costs about €29. The best photo spot is from the Trocadero. The second attraction is the Louvre Museum, home of the Mona Lisa. The logistic, take the metro to Palais Royal Musée du Louvre. It's huge. Set aside at least 4 hours. The ticket costs €22. Buy online with a time slot. The third attraction is Notre Dame Cathedral. The logistic is to take the metro to Cité. The fourth attraction is the Musée d'Orsay. It's the Impressionist Museum, housed in a stunning old train station. The ticket costs €16. The fifth attraction is the Montmartre neighborhood, the Bohemian village on a hill. The logistic, take the metro to Anvers, and then the funicular, 1 metro ticket. Visit the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, free entry, and the Place du Tertre, Artists Square. The sixth attraction is the Arc de Triomphe and the Champs-Élysées. You can climb to the top of the arch for a spectacular view. The ticket costs about €18. Second region, Provence, the land of lavender. The seventh attraction is the city of Avignon. The main site is the Palais des Papes, Palace of the Popes. It's a giant Gothic palace. The logistic, walk from the Avignon Center. The ticket costs about €12. The eighth attraction is the Luberon villages. You need a car. Visit Gordes, a stunning hilltop village, and Roussillon, the village famous for its ochre cliffs. Free to walk. Third region, Côte d'Azur, the French Riviera. The ninth attraction is the base city of Nice. The main attraction is walking the Promenade des Anglais, the famous seaside promenade. The beach in Nice is made of pebbles. Don't miss Vieux Nice, Old Nice, with its flower market, Cours Soleil. The 10th attraction is the Principality of Monaco. It's an easy day trip from Nice. The logistic, take a 20-minute regional train which costs about €4. Visit the famous Monte Carlo Casino. The 11th attraction is the medieval village of Èze. It's a hilltop village between Nice and Monaco. It's famous for the Jardin Exotique, a cactus garden at the top with the best view of the Riviera. The garden ticket costs €7. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and the Palace of Versailles sell out weeks in advance. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site, where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Skip the line tickets for the Eiffel Tower, timed entry for the Louvre Museum, the Palace of Versailles ticket, and the train passes, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great, like walking tours of Montmartre. Let's talk shopping. Paris is the fashion capital. For luxury, visit Galeries Lafayette, famous for its dome, and Printemps. Avenue Montaigne is for haute couture. For boutiques, explore Le Marais. For outlets, the best is La Vallée Village. It's about 40 minutes from Paris, next to Disneyland. You get there on the RERA train. And the tax-free tip. The tax in France, VAT, is 20%. You can request a refund on purchases over €100. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you're enjoying it, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps us a lot. Speaking of gastronomy, French food is a religion. In Paris, start your day with a croissant. Try the French onion soup, bœuf bourguignon, and escargot. And of course, macarons and crêpes. In Provence, try ratatouille. For restaurant suggestions, starting with the cheap ones. In Paris, the cheapest option is a picnic. For street food, go to La du Falafel in the Marais district. It's the best falafel in the world. It costs about €8. For a mid-range and classic experience, go to Le Relais de l'Entrecôte. They only serve one dish, steak frite, with their famous secret sauce. It costs about 35 euros per person. For an expensive experience in Paris, Le Jules Verne, inside the Eiffel Tower, a dinner costs over 300 euros per person. And in Nice, for seafood, Le Plongeoir is the iconic restaurant, built on a rock in the sea. A dinner costs over 100 euros per person. And how much does it cost to eat in France? It is expensive. Paris is one of the most expensive cities in the world. A full Big Mac combo costs about 10 euros. A coffee at a famous cafe can cost 6 or 7 euros. The golden tip is to look for the menu du jour at lunchtime. For 20 to 30 euros, you get 2 or 3 courses. A full dinner at a mid-range restaurant will be around 50 to 70 euros per person. And the tip? Service is included. Service comprise. Tipping is not mandatory, but it's kind to leave 1 or 2 euros. What about nightlife? The nightlife in Paris is legendary. The Pigalle district, or Soapy, South Pigalle, is where the modern clubs are. It's also home to the Moulin Rouge. The show ticket costs over 100 euros. Le Marais is great for cocktail bars. On the Côte d'Azur, the night is focused on the casinos of Monaco and Cannes and chic hotel bars. Traveling with kids? France is great for kids. In Paris, they'll love the Luxembourg Gardens, where they can rent wooden boats to push in the pond. The #1 attraction, of course, is Disneyland Paris. It's a 45-minute RERA train ride away. The one-day ticket costs about 90 euros. Combining your trip, France is in the center of Western Europe. From Paris, the easiest combination is to take the Eurostar train, and in 2.5 hours, you're in London, England. You can also take the TGV and be in Amsterdam or Geneva, Switzerland, in 3 hours. From Nice, in the south, you can take a regional train and in 30 minutes cross the border to Ventimiglia, Italy. If you liked the video, like and subscribe to our channel to always travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much, and have a great trip.